Okay, so last week I said we were going to talk about mental health and writing. Sometimes when we're writing, everything is fine, okay? But there comes that moment of putting our book out there, okay, and how that can look. And honestly, sometimes mentally, we're just not ready for the reviews. So this last time was really rough. I've been a new mom for 11 months, and with sleep deprivation, that comes with a lot of things. And mental health wise, when it comes to my writing, I haven't been 100% there. So when I put my book out for ARC readers, like I always tend to do, even the smallest, 3-star review that normally would not bother me really got to me. And there's a lot of things that go on in our personal lives that can trigger these type of emotions when it comes to reviews. And honestly, it's really important for us to not let it get to us and to keep telling ourselves it's okay. Because at the end of the day, not everyone's going to love everything you write. It is what it is. We all know that. But, if we're not in the right headspace sometimes because of a lot of different things going on, we could take that review and just times it by 100 when it comes to its emotional effect to us. So it's important to kind of keep that in mind. And sometimes I know that the most recent book that I published is a novella, and I'm not going to lie, I almost didn't publish it because mentally I just was not ready for the criticisms that came with it. But then I kept telling myself that if I don't get over this, it's just going to sit there. And I've already poured all this time and money into it for the edits and the cover and everything. And so I just put it out there. And sometimes you just got to do that and get over the anxiety. But sometimes, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to the reviews, we just can't take it mentally, the negatives. And again, there's going to be negatives. You can't have like a 5.0 star book, for everything. You're going to get some negatives too, and that's okay. But it can play with your mental health, depending on what else is going on in your life. It can play with that. And it's very important that we don't let it get to that point that we shut down. Because I almost got there. I almost wanted to throw in a towel. I was talking to one of my writing friends that I talk to a few times a week. Her and I, we chit chat about everything. We chit chat about books, what's going on in our personal lives and things like that. And I remember that I was so close. I remember telling her that I don't think I can publish this book because I'm not ready mentally for the reviews that come with it. The 3 stars, the 2s, the 1s, because mentally I just could not handle the criticisms at the time because there were so many things going on and I felt like I was being pulled in so many different directions in my personal life that it felt like I was never going to be good enough. And you might have those times where, you're dealing with work, you're dealing with home, you're dealing with this, you're dealing with that. And there's so many things pulling you so many different directions. And you feel like you're never going to be good enough at anything. And that can translate into how we view our writing as well. Because being an author is a part of us. It's us telling our story. It's our creative outlet. So that's definitely a part of us. But I will say this, if you are in that mindset and you're just not feeling mentally up to it, then don't do it. If you're not ready to deal with the criticisms that come with it because of stuff going on that you just don't feel mentally okay for, then don't publish it. But at the end of the day, keep this in mind. Not everyone is going to like your book. You can't please everyone. And that right there is how I ended up publishing mine, in that mindset. Now, again, the 3 stars, they kind of still get to me when they usually don't. They're, it's usually like, okay, the 3 star, that's not bad. That's not bad. But it's that mindset that kind of takes us into that negative rabbit hole. So we got to be very careful with that. Yeah. And a lot of times I realize, for personally, when it comes to the mental health and writing, it's not from writing itself. It's from everything else going on around me that's trickling into that part of me. So, yeah. And you're probably feeling the same thing, and that's okay too. That's all right too. So I just want to come on here and talk about it because I feel like mental health is not entirely discussed a lot, and it needs to be. It really needs to be discussed, because I feel like a lot of people just kind of shove it on the rug, like there's a stigma. Like, oh, mental health, also there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with everyone. I literally psychoanalyze everyone. Of course, that's probably just the counselor in me that I can't help that. But there's literally something wrong with everyone. So, but again, there's always that stigma of mental health, mental illness, and everything else, and it's just, we just need to get past it. And more importantly, we don't need it to run our lives and take away the one thing or a few things that give us joy, like writing. Okay? But yeah, if you're having a hard time, just kind of back away for a little bit. Let it sit there, but don't let it sit there for long. Because again, at the end of the day, not everyone's going to love it. That's honestly what gets me by a lot of times when it comes to publishing. Just because sometimes mentally I can take the criticisms, and sometimes, like this last time, I just can't. But at the same time, I've worked too hard to just let it sit there. So there you go. So I hope you tune in next week, because we got another fun topic to talk about. And yeah, obviously, if you like what you heard, make sure you click subscribe. And make sure you like, save it, share it if you want to. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.